I don't know about you, Beto, but last night after watching that Nope movie, I went to bed and I just kept racking my brain like, how the hell does that chimpanzee scene fit into the main plot of this damn movie?
Yeah. That crazy chimp scene that will have you saying nope.
Yeah.
Right?
Midway through, you'd be like, nope, can we get back to the main plot, please?
Yes.
Please.
It's one of those movies where you have
This
to
is
unpack
uncomfortable.
a lot. Yeah. You have to unpack a lot in Jordan Peele's latest thriller, Nope.
That was a masterpiece. I mean, I'm gonna give it 5 reels for sure. What?
What's going on, everyone? We're back at the Alamo Drafthouse in East El Paso. This time to review Jordan Peele's third feature film, Nope. Which had a lot of mystery around it and a lot of hype, guys. But before we get into our review, just want to let you guys know we would greatly appreciate it if you would give us a subscribe, hit the like button, and again, hit that bell button so that you'll know every time we upload a video. And check us out on social media, guys. We're available at TikTok and Facebook at Real Screeners and on Instagram at real.screeners.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Yes, I ate my Cheerios this morning. My Wheaties.
All right, so let's get right into Nope, Jordan Peele's third film, and this basically it revolves around two characters, the Haywoods, played by Daniel Kaluuya, and Keke Palmer, and so they're basically horse trainers for movies, right?
Hollywood horse trainers.
Hollywood horse trainers. Yeah, they live in a ranch about I don't know, 40 miles away from Hollywood or close to Hollywood.
Like Agua Dulce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They live in a ranch or out in the middle of nowhere, and they discover this unidentified flying object in the sky, UFO, although they call it something else in the movie.
UA something. I don't know. UA something.
My initial thoughts are this is a movie that is much more than just about UFOs, and it does take the typical UFO movie and does something really creative with it.
Right. It's a very creative, it's a pretty cool twist on, like you said, UFOs and abductions, guys. You have to go into this realizing that this movie is a big commentary and it's a big metaphor.
I just want to say really quick that Peele is one of those directors who has said several times in interviews that he really leaves it up to his audience to decide for themselves what they want to unpack from his work.
But you know what? He makes it really hard for the audience sometimes. I mean, Get Out was pretty straightforward.
Fun. Oh, well, yeah. It was. You think so? Compared to the other ones?
Yeah, now he's like, okay, here's the assignment, guys. Have fun. Good luck with it.
They get a little bit more cerebral and cryptic, huh?
Yeah,
a little
they really
bit.
do. Yeah, you really have to think in this movie, guys. If you're just a casual moviegoer watching this movie, you'll probably think, oh, it was pretty cool, but I feel like there's some things that were in there that I'm not sure about. But like Beto said, if you liked to dissect your movies and think about it, this will get you there.
Well, let's start unpacking what we think this is about, right?
Let's do it. Yeah.
So, for one thing, this is a love letter to movies, to crew, and there are some very obvious scenes in this movie that celebrates stunt work, for example, or behind the scenes.
Or like cinematographers.
That's
right? In the forefront as well.
So that's one thing. Another thing is this is a pure tribute to homage to Spielberg, right?
Right. Yeah, you think about movies like you had mentioned to me, you had mentioned Jaws in the movie theater, which I hadn't thought about, but it makes sense because there's a lot of like suspense and slow unfolding and silence.
The suspense is pure Spielberg in that a lot of what's scary remains hidden
until you need to see it.
And there's a lot of expanse, like in Jaws and in Close Encounters,
Jurassic Park too.
Jurassic Park, right? You have slow build up, you have very thoughtful techniques that are used to create suspense, and then you have big expanse and stuff like that, and so all of that, and it usually revolves around a few characters, is what I wanted to say.
Right, because they want to keep your attention, they want to keep you mysterious and even a bit uncomfortable as they slowly unpack and unfold the narrative.
Yes.
A lot of times you get a lot of character development in that first act, right?
Yes.
I kind of felt like in that sense throughout the movie, you understand who these characters are, but I kind of felt like they didn't have enough depth, and I didn't really feel invested in their relationships. You know,
Okay.
but I kind of
Okay.
think this movie's more than that, though, right? Because really, at the beginning of the movie, you know, you mentioned this is a horse training. They're horse trainers, and so basically, this is a family whose roots date all the way back to when was the first moving picture? I mean, they show you that their family was the one who
Their great grandfather or something like that was the first black man to appear on film on a horse.
the first moving picture, right?
Or the first, yeah, the considered the first movie, but the first black man to be in a movie, you know.
2-second clip, right?
Exactly, and so that's another thing that the movie pays tribute to is the birth of cinema,
Right.
and also kind of like, if you want to go really deep, I think that it kind of says that Black Americans have been not recognized in film as much as they should.
Right, they've been sidelined. Which
been
is
sidelined,
you know,
right.
You know, Keke Palmer's character is the one who even mentions, like, you've heard of the guy who filmed it or directed it, but you haven't heard of this black man.
Right.
And so, you know, they were pioneers back then, and in the same sense, you know, they're pioneers now because they're trying to get the first real footage of a UFO.
Yes. At the end of the day, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and to kind of respond to what you were saying about characters, I really like Kaluuya's kind of like traumatized, silent self throughout the movie, mirrored against Keke Palmer's very kind of like she's a firecracker, you know, she's super energetic.
She's the extrovert, yeah. And we don't want to forget some of the auxiliary characters that are entertaining too and vital to the plot, right?
Yeah.
You got Stephen Ewan from The Walking Dead or Invincible, if you've seen the Amazon series, and he does a really good job in this movie. I kind of felt like his character came to kind of an abrupt end based on a scene from his childhood that they spent a lot of time developing, which includes that horrifically uncomfortable chimpanzee scene. All right, now that's going to be one of the big things that people wonder about this movie is how the hell does that tie into the rest of the movie, considering it's so long, but it does tie in thematically, and that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. Don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay, so you just said that Yoon's character basically came to an abrupt end in the movie.
Yeah.
But I think that his end is perfect to kind of enhance that chimpanzee scene, because it's almost like he didn't learn. It's like that character in a movie who's like the fool. He didn't really learn from the experience, which leads to the themes of, for example...
Well, before that, I just want to say, like, I agree that he should have had an end. I just felt like it came kind of early in the movie, and I think based on the amount of time that they spent on that scene, that he would be more of an integral part before he tapped out of that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just wanted to see more of him. That's all it was.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay,
But no.
okay.
I thought that his homeboy needed to learn his lesson, and he learned his lesson.
Yeah, I thought that it was appropriate, and I wish I could say more because... You know,
nope, don't do
but
it.
I can't because it would give things away. But I thought that his termination was good. But thematically speaking, the way that all of these events that seem to be unrelated, you know, the way that they relate for me, thematically speaking, is that they're all about kind of like the world's obsession or people's obsession with wonder and sensationalism and things that are out of this world, hard to believe. You know, people obsess over Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, for example, or mysteries and things of that nature.
Or trying to keep a chimpanzee in a sitcom.
Or trying to keep a chimpanzee in a sitcom. That darn chimpanzee. You guys will know what we mean, but it's definitely a criticism on people's obsession with like forsaking, you know, people's sanity and just not thinking about repercussions and danger just for the sake of experiencing a thrill, you know, and that's the running theme, I think. And so I enjoyed the movie. I don't think it's a movie that I would, you know, sit down and rewatch over and over again. I definitely think that Get Out is probably Peele's strongest film.
Absolutely.
I think that I'm going to give this movie 4 out of 5 reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So I know
and
that
it was tough because I was debating between 4.5 and 4, but
that is interesante because I'm gonna give this 3.5 reels, and let me tell you why. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't appreciate how cerebral it is, the themes, the history, the IMAX cameras. I'm just gonna. What's my gut feeling? If this were a 10 rating scale, I'd give it a 7. So on our scale, we only go up to 5. So you cut that in half. 3.5 reels, guys. Let me tell you why. artistically, this is a very beautiful film. It's good. It has great messages and all that, right? It talks about, like I said, our obsession with spectacle. In fact, at the very beginning, they have a quote, a biblical quote that refers
right.
back to,
Yeah.
I will make you a spectacle. And so that's pervasive throughout the movie, guys. If you go into this movie understanding that, you will understand the movie a lot better. What takes it down for me is the fact that it was a little bit overlong. The relationships weren't that strong. And I kind of felt like a lot of the things in the movie, the aspects and what was going on, you really have to think so hard about it. You got to be cerebral about it.
But that's good.
It's good, but I don't want to have to really bang my head to understand what is the...
Why not?
What is the director trying to tell me? You know, like... I mean, I like a movie that makes you think, but at the same time, this was kind of out there, man. Because it's more than just a UFO, guys.
You know, now you're making me want to change my rating. I'm going to give this 4.5. Nah, just kidding. No. You know what? I get it. I understand. Absolutely. I do want to quickly say, though, that, and I meant to say this earlier, that it's a good thing in my eyes. Horror is one of those genres that's kind of...
Was this really horror? You thought it was horror?
Well, it's within...
That was more thriller.
It's within that realm, you know? I mean, it's not like, you know, slasher film or supernatural. Well,
you don't see guts all over the place.
I don't give anything away, but it's within that realm, and I just want to say that Jordan Peele, thank God for him, and other directors like Ari Aster and Robert Eggers, who are bringing back like thoughtful, well done horror films. Thank God, because we need something better in that genre, I think. But anyway.
Oh no, I'm pretty much finished, guys.
Okay.
That was it. That was it.
Okay.
So yeah, just be prepared to think really hard about this movie afterward and wonder about that chimpanzee scene. But guys, that's our review of Nope, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought about our review, what your interpretation of the movie is, and don't forget to search us out on social media, guys. Facebook, TikTok at Real Screeners, Instagram, Real.Screeners.
Please engage with us. We love doing our movie reviews. Let us know what we can do differently, what you would like to see. Give us some support by subscribing and hitting that notification and bell button. And please
check us out. No, I'm gonna cut you short. Oh, check out our website for what?
Oh yeah, we have that.
We have a new design, guys. Tell them about our new design.
Okay, well, we have a brand new mashup design. It is Terminator 2 Judgment Day poster inspired, and it has the Mandalorian and our little favorite Grogu character. Grogu! You can check that out. Yes, it is our newest awesome mashup. Please check that out at realscreeners.com, and don't forget to tune back for our next Real Take on Movies.